from the textbook, we've already known that the minorities are kind of underrepresented or misrepresented. And in the TV shows we watch every day, we see the stereotypes among the ethnic minorities. Like, I've been watching the two shows for a long time. The first one is Vampire Diaries, and the second one is Gossip Girls. And I'm thinking, like, if these shows are exported to another country, like I watched them in China at first a few years ago, how the foreigners like me, how we will think about the images of the ethnic minorities in the United States. Today I want to show you two examples, like how these people, this group of people, the minorities, are represented and depicted in the TV shows. Let's first look at the picture. Him. He's a new character in the new season of Vampire Diaries. He's a vampire hunter, which means he kills vampires. And we all know vampires eat human blood. They should be the bad guys, but it's not the truth on the drama. The vampires are heroes, and he is a bad guy because fans don't want to see the vampires die. They want to see them live forever. And when I watched the show, when I watched the episode with some of my friends, and one American guy, he just said, "Oh, look at him, a typical black guy." What does he mean, a typical black guy? I think it's tough, violent, and people don't like him. And here is another example I want to show you. It's the Asian girl. Do you know her? Yes, I think maybe some of you know her. It's Naili Yuki, and she's a character in Gossip Girl. And she came back in the first season, the 6th season, the final season. When she was in high school, she used to be bullied by Blair, and other upper-class white girls. And now she's already graduated from Harvard, which Blair was rejected, and she came back to the life of the white, black dominant group of people. But the truth is, she is still being looked down upon by these people. Blair hates her like always, and she said, "Oh, you're not beautiful," and boys don't like her. When a lonely boy Dan, when he had no place to live in, and the kind girl Nani Yuki provide him her house, but when the blonde girl, the white blonde girl, walked toward Dan, and Dan just turned his back to her, and we can see that they are not welcomed by these people.
Hello. So I'm going to continue talking to you about stereotypes within the minority group. So some basic stereotypes on a broader spectrum. When you think Asians, what do you think? I know for the longest time, thanks to movies like Jackie Chan and those kung fu movies, I always thought, okay, he's Asian. Let me go ask him, do you know kung fu? Because he's Asian, so he must. Where did I learn that? From those Jackie Chan movies. And that has to deal with, basic stereotypes. So for Asians, it's either you think they're like awesome, like martial artist people, or you think they're super smart and they should help you with your math homework, or now thanks to movies like Hangover, you just think that they are like utterly ridiculous, but they make you laugh, so you like that. And why do we have these basic stereotypes? Because nobody really cares about the truth. For instance, take Tyler Perry movies. You would think, being that he is African American, he would properly represent the African American community. In some ways he does, because he talks about, love and self-worth and stuff, which is really good, it's really positive. But then also, he's also criticized a lot for, reinforcing the stereotypes against the African American community. Why is that? It's because, as I said, no one wants to know the truth, You are so used to these stereotypes that when someone tries to give you the real story of like African Americans, you don't want to hear it. You don't want to go see the film. So he has to keep going along with these stereotypes because they're kind of predispositioned, and that's what you're used to, and that's the norm, and that's what you expect when you go see a movie, I guess, which is, unquote, a black person's movie. So that would be like For Color Girls, Big Mama's House, White Chicks, The Nutty Professor. And another thing I noticed when I was like kind of looking at these for blacks movies, why is it that African American men are like all of a sudden like cross-dressers? Where did that come into play? I never realized that before, but you see that in the movie White Chicks, as I mentioned before, and especially Big Mama's House. It's kind of creepy, and it's not, I don't know if you've seen, but I don't go around seeing too many African Americans cross-dressing. And so what we have to do is we have to bring change, but the question is how to change those stereotypes. Well, one, you need to actually want to know the truth, and you want to become informed, because the stereotypes aren't going to change unless you help change them. You know, stop looking at people through a camera lens. That is not what they're like. That is what the media wants you to think of them like, but it's not their true character. So you need to become informed, actually, you know, hang out with somebody of other minorities, and, you know, it's okay to joke every once in a while, because, you know, we joke about it too. We all have our own jokes. But, you know, once you like meet someone, you may see that those stereotypes are offensive to them. So just become informed and try your best to not judge other people by stereotypes.
Like we said before, in various media, especially in TV drama or movie, white people tend to play important roles, whereas ethnic minorities like black people or Asian American tend to be villains roles or supporting players. Some of those kinds of players are discriminated against or act the very stereotyped characters. These representations of the characters would make the audience to have a prejudiced view against these people. However, on the other hand, it is also true there are many people who are skeptical to the media that attach too much importance to white people. The media should listen to their opinions and reflect them. The media has a big influence over the audience. The media must realize the fact and be prudent to ethnic minorities.